We hear the word progress all the time, right? It's this promise of a brighter future, a better world. But what if that promise has a hidden cost? Today, we're going to peel back the layers on that very idea and look at the complicated, two-sided nature of moving forward.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? We're sort of taught to think that every step forward is automatically a step in the right direction. But is it really that simple? What if every single gain we make as a society comes with some kind of trade-off? And check this out. This one sentence from our source material really just nails the whole thing. It sets up this incredible tension, this paradox. On one hand, you have improved lives, and on the other, negative consequences. They're two sides of the very same coin. So yeah, that's the perfect way to think about it for our journey today. Progress as a double-edged sword. Sure, it builds and creates amazing things, but it can also cut and disrupt in a major way. So let's take a look at both edges, starting with the one that shines the brightest.
Okay, so let's start with the good stuff. I mean, there is absolutely no denying the incredible, tangible blessings that progress has brought into our lives. We're going to see how these improvements have shown up across three huge areas of modern life.
First up, the big one, technology. It's the engine of modern life. It's almost impossible to overstate its impact, right? It's been this revolutionary force that has completely reshaped how we live, how we work, even how we think, often in ways we just totally take for granted now. And look, this stuff isn't abstract, it's super personal. We see it in things like medical breakthroughs, that means vaccines and treatments that give us more time with the people we love. We see it in increased productivity from things like automation, which frees us up from boring, repetitive work. And of course, there's having all the world's knowledge right at our fingertips. It's truly amazing when you stop and think about it.
And all that tech, well, it bleeds right into our next big topic, communication. The way we connect with each other has been completely rewired, not just over the last 100 years, but in, the last decade.
I mean, seriously, just think about it. A message can zip across the globe in the blink of an eye. An idea, good or bad, can catch fire and literally reshape culture overnight. We can see the faces of our family and friends who are thousands of miles away, making the world feel so much smaller and more connected than ever.
And for our last one on the good list, let's talk about transportation, the thing that physically moves us and everything around us. The jump from an old steam engine to a modern jet engine isn't just about going faster. It's about basically conquering distance, and in the process, changing the map of the entire planet.
This is the whole engine of our global economy. It's the reason you can eat a banana from Ecuador while you're sitting in a cafe in Finland. But it's more than just stuff. It's about incredible cultural exchange, helping us understand each other better. So yeah, these three things, technology, communication, and transportation, they've literally built the world we are standing in today.
Okay, but now it's time to flip that coin over. We've talked about all the blessings. Now we have to face the other side of that quote, the negative consequences. This is where things get complicated.
And this visual just says it all, doesn't it? For every bit of promise, there's a potential peril that weighs things down. It's this constant, tricky balancing act. So let's go back to those same three pillars, but this time we're putting on some much darker glasses. So let's start again with technology. That same engine of innovation we were just praising, the one that empowers us and creates so much, well, it also has a flip side that can really mess things up in a big way. You see, that same robot that makes a factory super efficient, it can also make a person's job completely disappear, creating a ton of anxiety. The smartphone that we're all glued to can create some pretty serious dependencies. And all that data collection that makes our lives so convenient, it also leaves our privacy wide open. Okay, next up, let's talk about communication again. Because those very same tools that promise to bring us all closer together have actually somehow managed to push us further apart in some ways. The same platforms that can spread amazing ideas can also spread lies like wildfire. You know those feeds that are perfectly tailored just for you? They can trap us in echo chambers, just making our own biases stronger. And maybe the saddest part is that for a lot of people, being hyper-connected online has led to feeling more lonely than ever in real life. And last but not least, let's circle back to transportation. All this mobility that we love, this incredible freedom to go anywhere in the world, it comes with a massive and maybe even unsustainable price tag for the planet. And this is the really heavy cost, isn't it? Those same planes, trains, and cars, they power our lives, but they're also powering climate change. Our demand for constant movement puts a huge strain on the world's resources and forces us to pave over our natural world. And that's not always for the better.
Okay, so we've seen the good, and we've seen the bad, the blessings and the burdens. So what are we supposed to do with all this? Well, the answer isn't to just reject progress. It's to understand what it really is. The thing is, the good and the bad aren't two different things. They're tangled up together.
And this table just makes it crystal clear. Just look at the pattern here. For each one, the productivity we get from technology is shadowed by job displacement. That amazing global connectivity is shadowed by misinformation. And that easy travel is shadowed by pollution. You just don't get one without the other.
And this is probably the most important thing to get from all of this. We have to let go of this fairy tale idea that progress is just a simple, straight line moving upward. We have to see it for what it actually is, a complicated, ongoing negotiation between what we gain and what we might lose with every single step we take.
So, where does that leave us? It leaves us with a huge and honestly, a really important question. And look, this isn't just some academic exercise, right? This is the challenge of our time. Knowing that every step forward casts a shadow, how do we make conscious choices to push for all the good stuff while trying our best to limit the bad? The answer to that question is going to define the future we all build together. Thanks for watching.